Alright, what's up guys? I just played basketball tonight with both of these shoes. This is the Harden Volume 9 Black Cat and Anthony Edwards 1 Low in white, black, and red. I just want to talk about my first impressions. Noticeably, I did feel the weight difference. These do feel a little heavy, and I will say even the word clunky. You should have seen by now the on-feet portion of the video, but there's not much of a roll-off on the step of this. You can see it's quite flat in terms of the shape of this outsole, whereas compared to the AE1, there's a little bit of a curvature. It allows a little bit more fluidity in gameplay. For sure, what I noticed was just how much lighter this felt. Even though this is still considered to be a relatively heavy shoe, I did like it. I liked it overall more than this. I will also say that I have flat feet, kind of wide. I did feel that the inside part of this shoe, and I've heard this in other reviews, but this was digging into my ankles a little bit on both feet. Not terrible. I think it's just because it was a very new shoe, so I had to break them in after a couple runs. You can see too the creasing. It's unfortunate because it's such a cool looking silhouette, very stylish shoe, but as soon as you put it through any gameplay, even in just probably when I did that moonwalk too, you get a pretty unfortunate crease right there on the big toe, and there's a little bit also on the outside baby toe, but yeah, it's unfortunate. I think it's probably the material too here with the glossy kind of I don't know, it kind of feels like patent leather, but yeah. With regards to the AE1, I don't really see. I think it's nicer that the fact that they have this softer material here over the forefoot. I don't see any, unattractive creasing going on in the shoe. You would think that this feels like pretty substantial, heavy, and maybe even clunky, but nah, I really liked the agility of this shoe today. I will say, I have to break this in a little bit too, but this collar portion did kind of hug my ankle and Achilles a little bit tight. I did feel a little bit of digging in on this collar area, but I think it's just because I have to break them in a little bit more. This is just the first time I wore them today. I did follow the recommendation to put the last lace loop, I guess, through this tab to keep the tongue centered and high enough so that the laces didn't dig in. That might have been also part of why I felt a little choked around the ankle area. But again, I think the more I play in these, I'm not going to have that issue anymore. In terms of grip, so we played in a wood court. It wasn't terribly dusty. I wouldn't say it was freshly waxed or anything. You saw in the video. But I would say the AE1 outperformed the Harden 9. I did wipe these a little bit more. Not that there was a terrible issue, but I just felt less confident in my cuts and my lateral stops and movements with this shoe compared to the Harden 9 compared to the AE1. AE1 felt nice and solid. The bite, I had no issues. I didn't wipe it as much, not nearly as much. Unfortunate that the white sole does pick up a little bit of that dirt stain, but I didn't feel the need to wipe as much in this shoe, and I felt confident in my cuts. Not so much as not as lucky in the Harden 9. I will also say too that I've heard the heel slippage on the AE1, but I didn't feel that. I didn't feel that sensation at all during today's gameplay. I felt a little bit on the Harden 9, not to the point where it was really hindering my game, but it was enough that I noticed it. I noticed that even just kind of going on my toes, warming up, checking ball, not even in gameplay yet, but I would notice a little bit of heel slip. But once you're in game, I mean, it's so minimal that I guess it didn't really affect the way I played. But yeah, overall, my impressions, I would highly recommend and pick the AE1 Low over the Harden 9. Cushion wise, they felt pretty similar, I'll say. Maybe a little softer on the AE1. I didn't feel a lot of give on the Harden 9. You know, it's all enclosed into this upper and midsole. The midsole is not a lot of opportunity for it to flex. I know there's this cutout here for the boost to flex in the AE1, but I did feel a little bit more cushion, I think, on the AE1. Maybe I'm just partial to overall because of the gameplay that I felt today. But yeah, not thrilled about the Harden 9. It looks cool, but yeah, maybe it's gonna stay more as a casual style shoe, unless I have to play in, you know, a dark. I don't know if it's something I have to play in dark shoes or something like that. But the AE1 wins here. Highly recommend. Great deal I got this for at SVP Sports. Yeah, check them out. If you like this video, like, subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you have any questions about either of the shoes, or if you'd like anyone just want to see a little bit more footage of these in game. I didn't take any footage today, but I might be able to do that next week. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Hit the like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.